It is, of course, the biggest, the most happening daytime show this side of the world. We call it Heart of the City, making sure that we serve you with nothing but radio supremacy on a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday like this. In the building is Six the Law. Look at his face already. The biggest daytime show this side of the world, broadcasting live on hstv.co.zw, as well as newsday.co.zw, and live on pumtango.com and 88 FM in Luton in the United Kingdom. It could only be one radio show. This one right here.
Then maybe you're
Anze hakuna zesa. This guy. What? Six.
Yo, what's up, man?
A warm welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
I see you brought a lady to the party.
Yo, you know the vibes. You know you gotta bring your manager.
My +1 in the building. Manager, how are you doing?
I'm good.
How does it feel? I'll go straight into it. How does it feel to have such a talented artist under your wing?
It's very amazing, and it's inspiring too. You'd be surprised what challenges. You know what
I'm saying? I'm gonna kick this show off with this one called No Zessa. Nothing but music, like no other music with a difference. That's what we're all about right here.
No zessa, no zessa. No zessa, no zessa. I swear this country needs me powerless. I swear this country needs me powerless. No zessa, no zessa. No zessa, no zessa. I swear this country needs me powerless. I swear this country needs me powerless. No zessa, no zessa. No zessa, no zessa.
I'm trying to talk to Bay. I've been offline all day. Nine do you to say? My people, please tell me your way. A son of a soil, not looking for solar. If I get that, then I am a baller. Look at the price, US dollars. Hey, less stress when you're earning RTGS. Can't even pay for your DS. What is this iFlix BS? Nah, man, I need a break. I'm about to break. My peace of mind is at stake. I got beef on my mind. Can't pretend that I'm fine. Okay, look at independent mutonas. Don't check at that green. Call it cream soda, cause you got the juice. When you get the dollars and flip them to bond before rate. I don't know that's prices and celebrate. I don't hear that, which is bad news. Make up the prices like wearing concealer. Shaking your head as things get.
I swear
I had to. I had to.
Oh my.
As
The
always, like we
deliverance,
say
bro.
right here on the biggest daytime
Wow.
show ever, if it's nice, you definitely gotta play twice. This is No Zessa.
I swear this country needs me powerless. I swear this country needs me powerless. No zessa, no zessa. No zessa, no zessa.
I'm trying to talk to Bay. I've been offline all day. Nine do you to say? My people, please tell me your way. A son of a soil, not looking for solar. If I get that, then I am a baller. Look at the price, US dollars. Hey, less stress when you're earning RTGS. Can't even pay for your DS. What is this iFlix BS? Nah, man, I need a break. I'm about to break. My peace of mind is at stake. I got beef on my mind. Can't pretend that I'm fine. Okay, like independent mutonas. Don't check out that green. Call it cream soda, cause you got the juice. When you get the dollars and flip them to bond before rate. I don't know that's prices and celebrate. I can go clear, which is bad news. If you're in a D, to make up the prices like wearing concealer. Shaking your head as things get realer. SMH, TBH. Life in H is life in a cage. The only focus is survival. Watching brothers turn to rivals. Getting killed over iPhones. I swear.
I swear this country needs me powerless. I swear this country needs me powerless. No zessa, no zessa. No zessa, no zessa. I swear this country needs me powerless. I swear this country needs me powerless. No zessa, no zessa. No zessa, no zessa.
I'm praying for better days, brighter days. I hope my patience pays. I'm tired of looking days when they ask me how I'll make a way. Lord, please make a way, cause in my heart, you know I'm so afraid. I hope the years I put in mean something and don't go to waste. They look at me funny. Why you still in this country? You can blow overseas, make way more money. I'm looking crazy and I got a psych degree. Look at the irony, it's fine with me. I'm planting money trees to feed my family tree. Listen, I will represent something that's never been done. Solid as dry cement. I didn't choose to run. When I take it worldwide, kids will witness in pride. Role model, hear me loud and clear like a G-tide. But if word is born, then I guess that talk is cheap. In the Zim context, you might sow and never reap. So I'll let my actions speak when the future's looking bleak. No load shedding at my peak. God is sponsoring my streak. Amen.
His name is Six the Law. He's in the building right now. Nothing but authenticity in those bars. Wow. No Zessa. You know, that caught me unaware. You know what I'm saying? You know when a song just talks to you and you're like, oh. It is the biggest daytime show this side of the world, 17 minutes after the hour 4. He's in the building today. We're talking about his music, his production. You know, this is what I've been saying about Zimbabwean music lately.
Who feels like the runner?
We are producing what I call a hybrid artist. You started off as a producer at 14.
Yeah.
And here you are dropping bars like, hey.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about No Zessa. What's the pipes behind such a song of its magnitude? You know, I know a lot of people might not have heard it, but this is a masterpiece.
Thank you very much.
And you've actually gone to actually do one thing that a lot of people haven't been able to do, which is actually present their problems in a way that everybody else can actually understand.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That was the intention. I think what happened was it was actually really comical because like I was literally just in a relationship and I couldn't talk to my girlfriend that day. And I was like, this is because there's no Zessa. There's no electricity right now, So it was just literally me going like, you know what, I'd like to vent about this. And then as usually my concerts do, it just grew and grew. And then it just went into various different things that generally just affect the average Zimbabwean. And like the idea was like you listen to this song and you be like, yo, we might be going through the most, but you can also just laugh at it too and just be like something that gets you through maybe that long power cut.
Something for that long power cut. I wouldn't know what Austin would do, but I'll keep my words to myself at this particular moment. What?
Really?
Okay. Working as a producer, how is that for you? Coming through as also, you're a hip hop artist as well. How is that for you? Working with different people and then getting to sit down and do your own stuff. How is that experience?
Well, initially, I was actually just focused on doing my own stuff, like just producing for myself. And then, as the universe would have it, like someone heard what I was doing for myself, and then it just snowballed into like me producing for a whole bunch of other artists. And I just started relishing the feeling of actually developing artists and developing their sounds from ground up. And it actually had an effect on like my own music because like for example I'd be in a session with this incredible singer or something like that, and like maybe their knowledge of music theory is actually like in a way that maybe like he fills in gaps which I have, and then it informs actually my own sound. So I'd say it actually feeds, both aspects actually feed each other for the most part.
Of course, being voted the producer of the month for Lifestyle Magazine, how did that feel?
Whoa, sometimes it actually feels like you get to this zone where like, is what I'm doing working or anything like that? So, and I'm the type of artist who's really, I'm not initially for external validation, but it is kind of nice to have that pat on your back that you're actually doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So when that came up, it was just a monumental, it was just incredible to have my work appreciated in that space because, I felt like maybe certain I won't say award shows or anything like that. I haven't really been in the spotlight like that. So just to get that nod from them just shows that you're on the right path, and it was dope.
Okay, doing something that a lot of people, in this era, in this age, haven't been able to do, which is to actually help out upcoming artists. Tell me about the Six League.
Okay. The Six League, pretty much just a quick summary. It's a mixtape series where upcoming artists are challenged to come up with songs of their own, all using the same instrumental. So it's sort of like rhythm style, if you're a dancehall fan, that type of thing. And then we compile all these songs into a mixtape and release it to the masses. And then the artists with the top 4 artists are then invited to do a cypher video. Like when we put it out and the masses are like, yo, these songs are amazing. Then those 4 artists, we invite them to a cypher video, which we upload to YouTube and Facebook. So it's just nice to give back because like, I thought to myself, like, okay, I can wait until I'm at a certain stature to start doing these things, but why not just like be like an elevator and we all rise together? So a lot of these guys, maybe because of maybe economic situations and stuff like that, they may not have like enough money to go to like a big studio or enough money to afford like recording sessions. So this eliminates that because they potentially get to do a song, and this song, by the way, it's their song. At the end of the day, they can even put it on their projects and stuff like that. And then they get to have coverage on the cypher. So it serves as a training ground and a way for them to get like visibility too. So it's gratifying. Yeah.
A beautiful creative mind giving way and giving a hand to those who are upcoming. I think that's really commendable because it creates a platform for everybody, and you yourself being an artist and producer doing that for other people is actually a very big thing. So kudos to management for that as well.
So if I were to be an artist, how would I get involved? Like,
well, basically, you'd start by following our various socials. The Six League, that's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We always do a call out before we start any mixtape. And then you do a registration. We go through the registration process. We get your details. And because a big part of the Six League is actually giving a bio to all of these like artists. Like they're not just numbers on a mixtape. They're people. So we put a brief like backstory to you. So we hand that in, and then like as soon as you get the instrumental, you start writing to it. You come through and record, and it's ready to go.
This is Six the Law, and this one is called Big Brother.
Talking about the future on the white bench. Take the mask off cause we real friends. Big brother, there's no reality show. We got big places to go, turning the future to gold. Watching the plans unfold, spoke on it years ago. Crazy the way it goes when you've been doing the most. Never been one to boast. High school you taught me the code, all about balance. Big brother said you gotta face every challenge. Take it like a man when it hurts like a bitch. And keep God in your plans even when there's a glitch. Like the PS2 games we used to play by your crib. GTA, Smackdown, fam, remember that itch. Then came the dages. Cold's ass grind down, I wonder where the dages. Phases, way too many phrases. Quotable shit we said was sounding too amazing. Reading books taught us we can make it. Thinking grow rich, straight grind, no vacations. But on occasion, attended parties where you had to ask yourself, what is my location? Still in Zim? Am I still in Zim? Beach parties thinking to myself that I'm in a film. Like the first time I kissed that girl, overdressed at the club, still got that girl. 7 knots dropped me off just to see that girl. It was dark that night, bro, is that girl? And I was insecure, blind to it, it's a Ray Charles. Still had my back when I acted like a child, like the first time we met. 5 years old when you came over the fence. Uncle Jerry brought you, told me this your new friend. 20 years later and we still true friends. Accountant and a rapper and unusual got SoundCloud plays from some of your work friends. And we got degrees, nigga. College days complaining about the fees, nigga. Promotions, emotions. Had to tell each other how to keep it all in motion.
Who says Zim hip hop has got no talent?
In the ocean, but I'm immature, so I'ma take my time. I got a good teacher though, so I'ma be alright. I'm mad proud of the man that you've become, the trials you've overcome, the battles that you have won, where others with a brand you show them that you're the man taking care of you. Ndini daddy, Siana ineni. Y'all just bitter when you see a winner, cause there's no one out there like me. Extraterrestrial, I am a gaffer. Kushi Gandafa, Goti Babapa. I take them to church with every verse and I never reverse. One direction like the boy band, in the bushes like the koi sand. Surrounded by animals, ain't nothing tangible coming from negative minds. I know my soul is a mine, dropping jewels, put it all on the line like contracts that they want me to sign. Extra picky about the dreams that I buy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. WhatsApp disclosing my status. I'm sick with the buzz, they just wasting their data. I do not know what is sadder, the pain to your chest or the pain to your bladder. Most of you people are pissed. Your life is just like a gif. When it's a gift, now you're creating a rift between where you should be and the life that you live. Caught up in an insane cycle. Now you wanna hate on Michael? Please pick up your Bible. Even the devil got beat down by Michael. I got things that I need to fight for. You can't stop what God has designed for me. All white, no off-white, looking so clean while I rest in peace.
So this guy has a visualizer to the song called Mandu, and this song actually features Chizo. He did the visualizer for it. Like, what can't you do? Honestly.
Wow. You're making me feel like I'm super.
Are you serious? You can't even answer. How do you go speechless? No, okay, fine. You are like this multimedia person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And okay, I'll go at you straight off, which also obviously means you also did the candlelight visualizer as well.
Yes, I did.
At this very moment, Avi knew that he had to ask this question. What have you been doing?
I think the thing is, like, with my art, I'm really hands-on, and I'm also very honest with myself. Like, I wouldn't do anything that I feel like I can't execute at the end of the day. So if I honestly feel like someone can do it better, I will definitely like reach out and be like, yo. And then in the event that like my vision is, because as artists we get really passionate, and I'm like, yo, I have to push this concept through. I make a way. So with these visualizers, I knew that like currently I didn't have like someone who I could work with, who I could trust for videos. And obviously inspired by the Lil Nas X's and stuff like that, I was just like, a visualizer will increase the experience for the song. So that's why I ended up making the visualizers. The University of YouTube guys.
Here's a question that a lot of artists shy away from. Who is 6 when he's not an artist, when you're not a producer? How does your family see you? How do your friends see you? In connection to, of course, the celebrity side of yourself.
Okay.
We understand that artists, producers, etc. We are all human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
How's your relationship with the people around you?
With the people around me, it's actually, it's a constant process. I feel like it's got checkpoints, and at different times as life goes, it goes ups and downs. But in general, I have an incredible unit of people who support me, and like outside of music, I'm really just a goofy guy. Like I just, I'd be watching anime, I'd be chilling.
People who watch anime aren't goofy.
I really like relish like learning from people. So I like being in spaces where like someone can grow my mind, and you know, it could be even someone who's like way younger than me. Like like my little brother, like he's so fashion forward, and I'm like, yo, if I was as cool as you and I was your age, man. So I'd just be learning from people, pretty much. Yeah.
A multi-talented Zimbabwean creative who has the passion to actually listen. I know listening is kind of hard for a lot of people who have stuff to say, you know, and kudos
You mean
to
like
you for that.
impatient people?
Yes, very impatient people. Very impatient.
I've met a lot of producers who are really, really impatient. Like, you play something for them and they just like.
I think that's something I'd also like to highlight.
Yeah.
A part of my process, and sorry not to digress, but
Yeah.
I really relish like taking my time with every single project I touch. So when someone comes through and they want to work with Six the Law, before we even start making the music or anything like that, we do like a concept meeting. Like, since I'm going to be part of your project and your vision, I'm here to aid your vision. So I need to understand where you're coming from and what you're doing. So as a producer, like, obviously certain artists, they come in and they know exactly what they want to do. Certain artists need help, and you know, sometimes it could be like an artist who doesn't have a hook on a song, and I just write the hook for them and that type of thing if they're open to it. And I just help with
What
the
more
process.
could a person possibly want in the studio? Yeah? You have your entire team in one. You know what I'm saying? A whole entire production team. Okay. Looking at Zimbabwe and the current situation in the country right now, most artists have resorted to things like live shows. What are you doing, guys, from your end? I'll go with the manager on this one. From a management perspective, what are you guys doing about Six the Law and shows?
We're definitely working on a schedule and we'll be releasing it shortly. We're just going to take a slightly different approach than the usual. You'll definitely see more about that on our social media.
So I can safely say we get to talk about it first.
Yeah. Do we?
What had happened?
What had happened? What had happened? Who happened, Rod? Okay, let me not let you spill the beans. I know that people love juicy things. Nah, it's not happening, not today. But when can we expect a project, like a solid project, coming through? I've been seeing singles.
Wow, I am on the spot.
Oh yes, you are.
Well, I'd sort of taken a break from like full bodies of work. I was just sort of like feeding, you know, singles so that I can just test out new sounds and stuff like that. But I can confirm that in 2020 you're gonna get a project for Six the Law. EP also counts as project, guys. Okay, so expectation.
And EP is oh, trust me, people are doing the most with EPs right now. You know, and I would like to say to you, you know, keep giving us the good music. That's the first thing. You know, you're doing a really amazing things.
Yeah.
Speaking of different sounds, from hip hop artist to Amapiano, please explain that. Like, what are you doing to us?
You know, from the moment I started producing, right, I always pictured myself as like a very, let's see, I guess since I have a background in production and like I have to listen to multiple sounds, I always found, and the fact that rap is rhythm and poetry, I found that, like, you know, as long as you have the right rhythm, you know, your flow can go in anywhere. So Amapiano, obviously, you know, shout out to this past December, Amapiano was like the sound of the moment. And I actually took my time to research it, hey, and I actually did a deep dive into who crafted the sound, where does it come from, the neighborhoods. And, you know, I did my research, I watched some documentaries until I felt comfortable enough not to be like a culture vulture and ride the wave. You know the vibes. So I sat down and then I decided, like, yo, let me make an Amapiano song. You know, it's coming from an authentic place where, you know, we're going to a new year. People need a different type of energy. People need to, you know, feel uplifted. So, yo, I decided to do an Amapiano song.
And you called it 2020 Vision.
Yes, sir.
And it features K9 and Dolo Boy.
Yeah.
Why 2020 Vision?
Funny enough, when we're actually, the working title for the song was Vision 2020, right? Which is weird because it's just switching, the. But then like I don't want it to be locked into just 2020, and since already the 2020 vision is already something that's on everyone's mind because obviously everyone knows what 2020 vision is, and like since we're going to the year 2020. But then I was like, I want people to have clarity and focus on any year that is, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't need to be locked into specifically 2020. Because if it was Vision 2020, I felt like it was going to be locked into just 2020. I wanted it to be like a song that lives on multiple years. So then I was just like, okay, 2020 Vision. I got K9 and Dollar Boy on it because it's like, I knew that if I was to do it by myself, it was going to come a certain way. It was going to be, you know, leaning more to the raps and the bars and stuff like that. But I want people to also have a good time and play it in the clubs and play it when they're chilling. So it needs to have that balance.
So this track right here dropped on New Year's Eve, and it's called 2020 Vision featuring K9 and Dollar Boy. This is 6 The Law. Zim got talent, trust me on this one. This one is called 2020 Vision featuring K9 and Dollar Boy. His name is 6 The Law.
Through ups and downs, I'll move on. I go on, being lost and found, made me strong, made me strong. This is the moment, this is the time to shine. I'm gonna own it, I'm gonna get my this is the moment. This is my time to shine. I'm gonna own it.
What a time to be alive. No more concentrating, focused on my future. They want smoke like shisha, I know shusha. These enemies, bad energy. But Tongo Ramba, teach you pusher. Like T, we're making good music. My G, every hit needs the right hook, Ali. That's an impact like Bob Marley. That's my goal. I'm trying to take this all over the globe. I'm trying to help out everyone I know. Like my granddad did when I was a kid. He told them I will be the GOAT, his replacement. And I think of exercise patience. But my time is now when I'm standing proud. God didn't create me to be basic, no.
Ups and downs, I move on.
I move on,
I go
on.
Nothing beats the sound of Heart and Soul on a beautiful Wednesday when we have the law in the building.
Be strong.
Make me strong.
This is the moment. This is the time to shine. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna get what's mine. This is the moment. This is the time to shine. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna get what's mine. What's mine? What's mine? What's mine?
I think I have a mood song for 2020 already. Oh man, oh man, oh man. It is, of course, the biggest, the most happening daytime show this side of the world. It's exactly 18 minutes till we touch down on 5, and we call it a day. And on the show, you know when you have that speechless feeling.
Yeah, bro.
You know when you get introduced to the other side of somebody else, and you're like, oh.
Okay. That's how it is.
It is, of course, Heart of the City, and today I've been talking to Six the Law, and this is the brand new 2020 jam called Vision, 2020 Vision, actually, featuring K9 and Dollar Boy. You know, I have questions.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know, I have questions.
Hit me.
How was the actual creation of the song? Because you know, there's the beauty of the sound of the melodies, and then there's, you know, the vocals and the raps, you know, like a fusion technique that actually, you know, it's like an actual hybrid Amapiano song.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's you know, you've given it your elements, you know, you've given it your muscle, I'll say, your laws to it. How was the actual creation of the song?
You know, the crazy part about 2020 Vision is that that's actually my first Amapiano beat. You know, I'd like to say I made a batch, but it was actually the first one. So what happened was, I get super excited if I like get onto a sound and I feel like, yo, I'm vibing to it. You know? And so basically when I got so excited, like I sent to Dollar Boy, because Dollar Boy had the session the next day for one of his songs. And I sent him a voice note. I was like, yo, this is what I'm working on. And he's like, bro, like you need to play this me in person. Like I want to listen to this in the moment. So he came over the next day with his friend, and then like after his session, we're just vibing out to the beats. Then they're like, yo, you know, the way this song sounds, it sounds like something you can go into the new year with. It's got a chord progression that's sort of like, you know, funny enough, he was like, it sounds like, you know, those master KG, but like the chord progressions, like how it sounds.
Yeah, but
so I was like, okay, you know what? Let's see what we can do with this. Things like I am featured on this song. I was like, okay, I will fight that. Then I hit up K9, who's the incredible vocalist on the song.
Yeah, amazing.
And I was like, yo, K9, come through. And I already had written like, this is the moment, this is the time to shine. And I was just like, yo, you know, we just need to have like a festive vibe though, before the actual piano comes in. And he's like, yo, he comes in, and you know, he's like one of those artists who's just like there, we're not jamming. So he's just going to sing, New Year. I was like, whatever that is, like we're recording that, you know? And as soon as we had that, and I knew Kuti, like we have something now. And then I wrote my verse on it. And you know, I was obviously wondering like, how are you gonna rap? You know,
that verse though.
Thank you very much. And I was like, since we're gonna give each other like roles, because K9 obviously was gonna do the happy part, the like getting down part, plus like the uplifting part. So as rappers, like Dollar Boy, I was like, okay, Dollar Boy, you take like the, you know, we're chilling, having a good time thing, and then I'll just be the woke guy. It was like, cool, this guy, why is he being so woke on the Amapiano song?
Who's the geek without the knowledge?
Yeah. So I like how it came out.
it is such a beautiful song, and 2020 is definitely kicked off in a very, very, very beautiful way for you.
Thank you.
Because I was just looking through your channel, going through your channel, and you can tell that the people got the vibe. You can tell that the people got the vibe. Of course, we're looking for you to grow the views.
Yeah.
We'll be with you on the journey.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to more music.
Thank you.
More
very
good
much.
vibes
Yeah.
coming in from you, and keep doing what you're doing. Like I said to you when we were off air, that for me, something as big as the Sixth League is something that really needs to be commended. It's something that really needs to be put out there. People need to know the good work that you're actually doing. You're working with a whole lot of artists, and it's something that really needs to be given an eye to. I've said this so many times that Zimbabweans have never had the culture to discover, but we want to change that for this very year. People need to discover the amazing talent that Zimbabwe has. People need to discover what the amazing talented people in Zimbabwe are actually getting to do. Because you are doing something that, I am not shy to say a lot of big artists who are in Zimbabwe have failed to do. So kudos to you for that. And I hope that we will get new music really soon.
Yes.
Where can people find you on social media?
On social media, it's Six the Law, VI the Law. I know Roman numerals. People, VI the Law. That's on Twitter. That's on Facebook, Instagram. You can hit me up. Tell me what you think of 2020 Vision, constructive. Even haters are welcome to.
Make you grow.
They help us grow. So that's where you can catch me. Yeah.
His name is Six the Law. So I'm going to ask him to do one more thing for us. I'm going to ask you to talk to the audience, to the people who probably look at you and think, wow, what a story. A person who came from just being a producer. And I know a lot of people would want to know way more, and they will get to contact you with that.
Yes.
You can, manage a report. I'm not the scapegoat today. But what words do you have to say? Let's just say motivation.
I feel like a lot of people feel like they can't do what they need to do or what they want to do in Africa. And, it really stifles people, and they actually don't know a way out. I'm going to tell you this, I started making music when I was in high school, and I'm still at it. This is something that's 10 years in, and I'm still, yet to blow up. But then I have that motivation, that intrinsic motivation that this is my purpose above all. So if you have a purpose, you have to see it through, because regardless of the applause or no applause, you have to just do it. A tree doesn't stop producing fruit because people don't like the fruit, a tree has to just keep on giving fruit. So if you're out there and you feel like you can't, you feel like no one's gonna listen, you're afraid to start, because I know that's the hardest thing to start. But let me tell you something, if you just start with new day resolutions, I released a new motivational video. If you check on my YouTube page, set new day resolutions, go at it every day. Even if you do 1% per day, you're gonna hit 100% one day. So keep it moving.
Wise words coming from Six. I'm gonna do this for control's sake. So before I do what I'm supposed to do for control, thank you very much for coming through to the show, manager. Thank you very much for allowing us this opportunity to have our artist with us, because he's ours. He's not his. He's ours.
I was just telling you the same.
Yeah. So you see, we own it.
So good.
Six, the Law has been on the show, and we've been listening to his music, getting to talk about his journey, and of course that brand new 2020 vision. So for control's sake, like I was saying, as he leaves the studio, I'm going to give you this one more time.